Good morning, I'm Kofi Mensah and this is Chale News. It's Sunday, July 20th. This morning, Mahama wins a massive diplomatic victory at ECOWAS over South Africa's xenophobic attacks. Spain are world champions, and Messi's era may be over. Plus, some Ghanaian banks are charging 39% on home loans. Let's get into it. This one is a genuine diplomatic win. President Mahama went to the ECOWAS summit in Sierra Leone and made Ghana's case against South Africa's xenophobic attacks in person. And every single head of state in that room voted to put it on the African Union's official agenda. Everyone. That shifts this from a ministerial complaint to a full continent-level mandate. South Africa will have to answer. Back home, the public tribunal's bill is getting hotter. Bawumia is now publicly urging Mahama not to sign it, warning the bill was rushed through Parliament without even publishing the committee report and could let non-lawyers sit in criminal judgment. He's invoked the PNDC era. Mahama hasn't responded, the pen is still in his hand. Spain are world champions. Ferran Torres scored in the 106th minute to beat a 10-man Argentina 1-0 at MetLife Stadium. Lionel Messi's dream of back-to-back World Cup titles is gone. And at 39, this was almost certainly his last final. Argentina coach Lionel Scaloni broke down in tears at the post-match press conference and says he needs time to decide whether he's even continuing. Painful scenes. Now, the story that will hit your pocket. Brent crude has cracked $90 a barrel, up nearly 16% in a single week after the US and Iran exchanged military strikes and disrupted oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz. Ghana imports refined fuel. Our pump prices get reviewed bi-monthly. If this holds, the next review won't be comfortable. Full breakdown on Chale.news. And while we're talking money, if you're shopping for a home loan, listen carefully. Bank of Ghana data shows Omni BSIC offered household loans at just over 5% APR in May. Some banks, 39%. That is a 34 percentage point gap. Same loan type, completely different lenders. Before you sign anything, do your homework. On the confidence side, investors threw GHS 12.7 billion at Ghana's latest Treasury bills auction when the government only asked for GHS 7.3 billion. Oversubscribed by 73%. The 364-day bill was the most popular, and yields on shorter bills are beginning to ease. That's a market saying it believes in Ghana's direction. The NDC 2028 race has shifted dramatically. Julius Deborah has crashed from 30% to under 10% in just 2 months. Asiedu Nketia now leads at 33.8%, with Haruna Idrisu at 22.5% and Utter Forson at 15.1%. That's not a dip. That's a collapse. Good news for Ghana's egg farmers. Burkina Faso has lifted its ban on Ghanaian egg imports after trade talks last Thursday. The deal also opens our market to Burkinabe tomatoes. A concrete, practical win from the Trade and Agriculture Ministries. A video circulating online shows Ghanaians resting on a Colombian mountainside. The Darien Gap route that has claimed lives trying to reach the US. It's gone viral and reignited the irregular migration debate. The desperation behind that footage is real, and it demands a serious conversation. Scam alert, and please share this one. The US FTC is warning about WhatsApp and Telegram task scams where fraudsters pay you small amounts, sometimes up to $20, to build trust, then ask for larger deposits before vanishing. Ghanaians are among the most targeted. If someone is paying you to do simple online tasks, be very suspicious. Public Accounts Committee Vice Chairman Davis Ansah-Opoku is pushing for AI auditing tools, a live national contracts portal, and a dedicated enforcement office to catch public funds disappearing in real time. The proposals aren't legislation yet, but they're exactly the kind of ideas Ghana's accountability crisis needs. Ghana's Medical Trust Fund says it has treated 50 patients in a pilot for chronic non-communicable diseases and is heading toward a nationwide rollout. But when Parliament asked about spending and broader patient numbers, the administrator stayed quiet. Public money, public program. The numbers should be public too. 20 years after Ghana's Disabilities Act was passed, disability organisations say it has simply failed. GNAD, the Ghana Blind Union, the Mental Health Society. They held a press conference in Accra yesterday demanding Parliament scrap it and pass an entirely new Persons with Disabilities Bill. 2 decades of weak enforcement is long enough. Quick one if you're flying. Kotoka's Terminal 3 car park closed today for redevelopment into a 7-storey car park and hotel complex. A temporary annex with over 600 spaces is ready. Allow extra time getting to the airport. That's your Sunday morning with Chale News. Full reporting, analysis, and everything you just heard. It's all waiting at Chale.news. Stay sharp out there.